welcome back to another Vlogmas. So today I'm back in the kitchen, and every year we try and recreate some of our favourite Disney meals. Not just at Christmas actually, most of the time, but we're kind of going all out today. So if you've been following along with any of our vlogs and our previous trips, you'll know that Cellier has always been a firm favourite for us. And we are hankering after that cheddar cheese soup because it's just one of our favourites. And I thought, how hard can it be to make? So, for my birthday, I think this was, my mum picked up this book for us, which is Delicious Walt Disney World Recipes and Stories from the Most Magical Place on Earth. And it's the 50th anniversary edition. And they have the cheddar cheese soup recipe. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make the cheddar cheese soup, hopefully with some pretzel bread or pretzels to go with it. We're going to have steak for our main with the fully loaded Cellier mashed potatoes, and then for the pud I'm going to do something I've never made before and I'm a little bit scared about it. It is going to be the maple creme brulee. And like I say, I've never made a creme brulee before. I'm a little bit scared because so much can go wrong with that. So 3-course meal, Cellier, really excited for this. Not necessarily excited about making it, but looking forward to eating it. So I'm going to start in reverse order. I'm going to start with the creme brulee because that needs to set for a little bit. And we picked up a blowtorch so I can do the thing on the top. So yes, let's get started. So this is everything I need for the creme brulee. There's quite a few steps to it. And then I've got my ramekins for later, and I've just boiled a kettle so I can fill it with a water bath. Oh God, I'm kind of dreading this one. Okay, so the method is that you have to separate the eggs. I'm going to keep the egg whites for some Christmas baking that we want to do. And then you heat the cream, the milk, the vanilla and the maple extract while you're whisking the egg yolks and the sugar, and then you pour the hot mixture over the egg yolks without curdling it, and then once that's done you can put it in your water bath and in the oven. Sounds really simple that, doesn't it? Yay!
Cold outside, it tingles in my heart. Breathing air that clears my mind. I'm all for a good start. I hear those jingle bells, people singing out love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland.
So the recipe says to whip up the egg yolks and the sugar until pale and fluffy. So I thought I'd do this first before I turn the heat on over that, because you have to watch that. So it doesn't boil. So yes, let's do that. Hopefully this double yolker hasn't messed up my measurements, but we'll see.
I'm walking around making small talk with people that pass me by. I share a laugh, it gives me joy that everyone's having a good time. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. Feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why. Okay,
they've doubled in size. Jesus, did you see this though? This has got 5 speeds, and speed number 1 was this sound. That's not ideal. Right, so that's ready. So let's do the heating of the milk and the cream. And also Nigella's recipe says pour a water bath in the sink of cold water, so if it looks like it's going to split, just dunk it, not obviously the mixture but the bowl, put it in. So I'm going to do that just in case. Also, this recipe says to put another sheet pan on top, but not all the way, like let the steam go. I don't know why, but I've got one. So I can start heating up the milk and the cream now. I'm being a baby, so I'm just going to do it on low heat, and then when it starts to bubble, it's going to go in there for whisking. Then I'm going to try it just to see that maple flavour. Then I think you sieve it, yeah, and then pour it into the thing. So, nearly there, hopefully, fingers crossed. This is like a game of nerves. I don't want to leave it too long. I think it's nearly there, but I'm like, oh. Ooh, I see something. Right, bubbles around the edges, it's coming out. I did it! We do not have scrambled eggs, so we are good. Smoke face. Right, we need to sieve this. Although, I think it said it to sieve it to get out the vanilla seeds, because it should have a vanilla pod, but I've not done that. So, maybe I won't. Should I? It's not lumpy. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to have to get it in here. It'll be easier to pour, so maybe I should just do that. It does also say to scrape off the foam on the top. There's quite a lot of foam. Is that what the recipe says? This will be several spoonfuls. Okay. God, they're not kidding. I feel like I'm just taking it all out. Okay, I'm going to try it for the maple flavour. Very mapley. Yeah, okay, right, let's... Okay, it was a good call to sieve because there's a few bits in there. Then it says to scrape off any more foam, and there is a little bit, so let's just get that off. Right, so do I pour first and put the water in, or should I put the water in first into the tray? Right, water in the tray first, so let's do that.
I want to sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland.
So impressed. But there's still the task, getting this into the oven without spilling anything, and then it goes in the oven for like 30 minutes. And then you have to leave them to cool completely before whacking them in the fridge, sugar on the top, blowtorch. I'm looking forward to that bit later. I'm calling in the big guns. you
just don't want to make a mess, that's what it is. If it fails at this point, it's my fault. That's why you've done this.
True. Go on then.
Oh, so yeah. So my I need help is do it for me.
Careful!
It's hot.
Do you need oven buffs?
What happens if the mixture's mixed?
What do you mean?
If the water goes in, it's all over.
Yeah. Careful!
It's like Squid Game stuff, this. Yeah.
Oh, he's done it.
Ta.
Right, 30 minutes. Okay, these are out of the oven. They actually took 40 minutes in total, and they do have a little wobble. This one less so, but this was a baby one just with the rest of the mixture. So they just stay on here to cool for a couple of minutes before they go into the fridge, and then later on I'll blowtorch them. I'm so impressed with them. I hope they taste good. We're definitely going to get stuck into this one. Try it. So each one gets a teaspoon and a half. It says to spray with water. Just a little spritz. I'm going to just flick it.
Flick it.
Blowtorch. We bought this specially. Ooh. So you have to keep your hand on it.
No? Shouldn't I? Oh, you have to lock it in. There you go. And you can turn the thing down a bit.
Yeah, turn it down a bit.
Might do a practice one.
Brule Aing finished, and I don't think they look that bad. So they're gonna go back in the fridge to set, and hopefully we get that nice crack. Gonna start with the cheese soup now. I'm half in the recipe mixture because it makes 10, and obviously there's not 10 of us. So we need a big old block of cheese, 252 grams that we're gonna get grated. Then I'll start on the bacon that goes in with the veggies. Start getting the soup done before setting my potatoes to boil for the mash. Just got quite a few extra bits to do. The creme brulees have been in the fridge chilling. They need their sugar coating and then chill again, so I might start the soup going and then do the bruleeing. Cheese grated, and it is the most ridiculous amount of cheese. No wonder it tastes so good. Less, a little pinch. For the bacon, I'm just going to get this started now. We want extra for the loaded mash and also to garnish the soup. So I've done 2 extra rashers than what the recipe calls for. I'm just going to snip it in because I don't think it needs to be too fine. And then take some out before I then add in the rest of my ingredients. I'm just going to be frying it in a bit of olive oil and butter because it stays in the soup, because that's what's going to do the veggie bits. So I didn't want to use veg oil. So yeah, olive oil and butter, and let's just snip these bacon bits in. Okay, the bacon is done, so next goes in the celery and the onion. But I'm just going to take out my garnishy bits first, and we're just taking out the steaks to come up to temperature as well, because we like to leave them out for about at least half an hour. Okay, the veggies are softened, so in goes the flour. And we cook that out before adding the chicken stock. Okay, chicken stock going in, and then that needs to simmer for 15 minutes, at which point we're going to get the brulee on. It says to whisk in the chicken stock, but all the bacon and the celery and the onion is all quite chunky because it's going to get blitzed later. So I'm just going to stir it in because otherwise it's just going to get stuck. Okay, so the chicken stock has boiled now for 15 minutes. It's very like paste-like, it's very thick. So now it needs some milk. So I need 4 of these now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that simmers again for another 15 minutes before adding in everything else. Okay, the soup is pretty much done with its 15 minutes. And next we're adding the Worcestershire sauce, the hot pepper sauce. We don't have that, so we're going to use sriracha instead. Then goes in the cheese, and you have to blitz it with a stick blender before finally adding the Canadian pale lager. I haven't put in any seasoning in this yet. It says to add salt and pepper at this stage, so I think I'm just going to give it a try just to check. That tastes so good already, even without the cheese. I don't think it needs salt, but pepper. Then in with the mountain of cheese, and then we'll blitz it. I'll turn the heat off under that now. That is all nice and smooth, so I'm just going to add this in now. The potatoes are boiled now, and then we're just going to make them up in our usual way, which is tons of butter, salt, tons of black pepper, and then to make it the Cellier flavour, it is with some cream cheese at the end. And I think what we'll do is we're going to have the soup first, then we'll have a little break while we cook the steaks, then we can keep the mashed potato warm, and obviously the creme brulee is made, so we're nearly there now. First course is ready, and I've just poured a gin and raspberry with basil cocktail, because I would normally have a cocktail in Disney, so let's give it a taste test. I'm so excited for this. I've not eaten all day in anticipation of this meal, so let's give it a go. It tastes just like it. Wow.
Good soup.
That is seriously good. Oscar is not a fan of the bacon cheese soup. Let me try my cocktail. Ooh. It's a nice cocktail. It was a cocktail in a can.
Classy.
Classy all the way. Here's the plated up steak and the loaded mashed potatoes. So I've just dolloped on some sour cream. They've got the spring onions and the bacon bits too. Okay, let's try the loaded mash. I want loaded mash all the time.
Was it Longhorns we have loaded mash?
And the steak. Oscar and I have gone for medium rare. Pete's will be a little bit more well done. Not as good as a Cellier steak, but not bad, is it?
Yeah, but the Cellier steaks, how much you paying for them? $60, $70?
Yeah, it is pricey. This is a very cut price version. So what's Oscar? Great. And here's the finished creme brulee, and I didn't make any shortbread biscuits, which is what would normally come on top, but we have these maple sandwich biscuits from Costco, which I thought would be perfect on top. I'm really hoping it's got a crispy crack. Okay, are we ready? Ah, there we go.
Oh, that is cold.
I can definitely taste the maple.
That crunch is sugar.
No, but it tastes like rocks.
Well, I definitely think there's a reason why you don't have a 3-course dinner at home.
Too much effort.
A lot of effort. Was it worth it?
I've enjoyed it.
I've really enjoyed it. I don't think we need to eat again though for another week.
Yeah.
I could just have the soup as a main and be happy with that.
I am very impressed by the creme brulee. I didn't think I could pull it off, but I did.
I'm good.
It's actually really good.
High praise indeed
high
from
praise.
the boy that eats nothing.
That is high praise.
It's just the sugar in the middle that tastes like rocks.
So I hope you've enjoyed this Vlogmas. If you have, give us a big thumbs up. And a subscribe is always appreciated. And we'll see you again tomorrow for another Vlogmas. Bye!